No, I had some already won, but then y'all did something stupid. You fired your defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes. It don't make no sense with y'all making this man the scapegoat. This man defense, one of his major linebackers got hurt, and the defense still produced. But nobody's saying nothing about Shanahan. I just need to know what's going on. Why everybody keep firing this man? He was in Arizona 1 year, they fired him. He was at Carolina Panthers 1 year, they fired him. And in every place, he's improved the system. This is getting old. Milwaukee Bucks, the head coach, improved the system. He gets fired. Why is it that black coaches are getting fired even when they improve the team? This is getting old, and somebody need to stand up and say something. I'd be doggone if it is not the old time where black folks invent stuff and the Caucasians take the credit for it. Just a doggone minute. We need respect. Peace.
Big Dog Picks. Let's get it! Match up for the week. Here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned. Drone about to tell.
What a do, baby? What a do? We got the whole crew together tonight. We starting a little bit later, but hey, we getting in. We got to recap the Super Bowl. We got the wonderful resident genius in the house, Mr. Vance Bradford. He don't know nothing, but he gonna speak like he do. Then we got Mr. Phil knows it all, Mr. Phil Townsend. He Phil shaking his head because he already know Vance is supposed to come with some nonsense. And then we got the world-renowned touring comedian everywhere. You never know where you're gonna see this man, Mr. Marc Howard. And
I'm only performing in front of white people from this point on.
Vance don't like this because he know he's supposed to get ate up tonight. Hey, y'all seen the Just Doggone Minute. We're gonna start off there with Steve Wilkes getting fired after a year. Once again, Carolina Panthers got fired after a year. Defense improved. Arizona Cardinals got fired after a year. They was improving, but didn't have nothing to work with. San Francisco 49ers, defense improved statistically, and they get fired after a year. But all these other head coaches, Shanahan's a scapegoat. They not saying nothing to him. This man steady getting job. Kingsbury, he getting the job and sucked with the Arizona Cardinals, but he gets an offensive coordinator job. Matter of fact, he got to pick what he want. He quit didn't go to the Raiders and got picked up by the Washington Commanders. What is really going on here? Here it is. You got more. He didn't really do too much with Dallas up screw stuff up. Then he went to the Chargers, jack stuff up. Then he come around and get another offensive coordinator job with the Philadelphia Eagles, which don't make sense because Jalen Hurts and that team does totally opposite of what he do. What's really going on, fellas? What you say, Phil?
Well, I don't know. I think you took the racism card from me.
And Eric Bieniemy can't get a sniff.
Look, this Steve
Eric
Wilkes,
who?
this Steve Wilkes thing is a classic case of we're just not going to hire you. Look, this guy, the players in Carolina, they wanted him to be the coach. This year with San Francisco, statistically across the board, his stats were better than DeMeco Ryans. Now, someone had the audacity to say, well, they gave up 139 yards rushing in 2 of the previous playoff games and 130 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm like, man, I kind of missed him out on the field making those tackles. Now, the thing is this. 12 out of 14 possessions, you basically held Patrick Mahomes to squat. And you trying to tell me that's enough to get this guy fired? Come on now. Y'all know what time it is. You know what time it is. I think Jeremiah called it.
What you say, Marc?
I can get on the race card and know that, because I don't even like using card term for it. The racism that's out here and the short bit of opportunity that they allow black coaches, black people in general out here in this world, that ain't changed one bit. Especially when I look at Fannie Willis in a court case today, letting them have it, but still waste of time. The Shanahans are pieces of crap. Okay, it goes back to even Mike Shanahan, who wasn't a black coach, but him and John Elway definitely undermined it cowardly on Davies. So they play underhanded. But again, this game is dirty. Trust me, I tell you. Just me coaching on high school and AAU, I know how dirty this can be. So, but I look at it knowing, like I said before, Shanahan's not going to take responsibility for him, so he's not going to let himself go. And that was a scapegoat to say, hey, I made some other particular move. I don't think that Wilkes and him was getting along much. I will give him. I hate to, but I will. It definitely looked that they weren't vibing with each other very much, and even maybe with the defense. For the defense to really not even come out fight against Detroit, he had to call him out. It tells me something, but it was dirty, and the timing of the firing was, at least let the man step down. I mean, we know you fired him. At least let him say, hey, he decided to step down for whatever reason. Make up some other reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like we've been trying to talk Vance into stepping down, but he won't do it.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. In a minute.
Vance ain't step down. His knowledge level is so low, he can't go no lower.
What you say, Resident? What you say,
Resident
Resident
Genius?
Genius?
Pick at the end of the show.
What you say, Resident Genius?
Well, I mean, fellas, for finally, Larry, Curly, and Mo, you guys made some sense on this one, but it's because it's like the elephant in the room. It's just you can't miss it. Even Marc, even was on point with it, man. But my thing is when
I'm
as
always
we,
on point, baby.
huh?
I'm always on point. But go ahead.
Yeah, you be on point like Shay, the sharp. You on sharp point.
Hey man, answer the question, man. Come on, man.
That's a compliment.
But anyway, guys. But my thing is though, is like, is when you knew upper management is foul. But the only way we save a few, coach. We saved. We rallied around Antonio, the cat at
Antonio Pierce.
Right, we rallied around him, and then when LeBron and them had a situation over there, he got the troops to rally. So when are we gonna ever rally? And it seemed like it's just not a problem in the NFL. It's for us, it's a rallying all over. So Phil, I'm glad you and Jeremiah and Marc, you gave us the woke answer, that answer that we all know. But we need, but what are we gonna do about it, man? And it's like the
That is
shooting.
the question. What are we gonna do about it?
What are we like the shootings, man? And we just let these, I almost said, salt teams. We just let them do what they want to do, man. I don't know, man. I know it's hard for us. I mean, what can we do? But we can't do nothing individually.
Look, there is no rallying in football.
Yeah, it is.
No. There
it
is
is.
no rallying.
No.
What did they do for Antonio?
They didn't rally for Antonio Pierce.
His players.
His team stood up for him.
Who I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. His team.
That ain't no rally.
That ain't no rally.
A rally would have been
That ain't no rally.
A rally would have been the league fighting the players fighting the whole league.
Let me say this though. This one thing.
Man, it's a
let
coach
me say this one thing though.
He was a coach for the Oakland Raiders.
Let me say this one thing.
Them cats didn't do nothing. They had to be the ones to do something.
Because
at first,
what we have is a difference. Since Vance brought Oakland.
Go ahead, Phil.
since Vance brought Oakland into play, I'm going to try and make sense of it for him.
Try.
No, it'll be a good juxtaposition for me to go to, because just as Crosby said, he might consider leaving, right? Other players stood by Antonio Pierce. You didn't hear that with Wilkes. Matter of fact, Bosa threw him under the bus, saying we weren't prepared. Hold it. It is not Wilkes' fault because you want to run and take a fake and run all the way across the field and let Patrick Mahomes go in behind you. Stop it.
It's your fault you lost containment, that you didn't keep containment. Wilkes didn't cause you to run up the field and lose
but
containment.
the whole point is that this dude, like I said, across the board, his stats were better. I think Mark has the thing that Shanahan and Shanahan had a problem with him. I think that's really where it all boils down to, because his defense, when did you hear anybody say the 49ers defense wasn't any good? 12 times out of 14, they shut Patrick Mahomes down.
Well,
he got the ball back for the offense twice, and they moved nowhere.
Well, the thing is, talking about Shanahan, I think that like I said, Steve Wilkes, they got him down. For one, his defense wasn't what they were used to. He didn't really do a lot of blitzing, and they wanted a blitz package. My thing is, you should have known that when you hired him, because he never really blitzed anywhere he was at.
But your defense was still better than it was under the
They did know, Jeremiah. They just used that as an excuse.
Yeah, so the defense was better. But talking about Shanahan, and y'all listen to Drone's Big Dog Picks on TAAN TV with the fellas. Shanahan, what type of game do you think he called? I think he called a pretty good game. I can't really knock the game he called. A lot of people tripping because he didn't take the ball first in overtime. But I said one of the reasons why was because their defense was tired. And he didn't want to put their defense right back out there. He thought that maybe if he gave them some rest and we go down and we score, even if we scored a field goal, we might be able to hold Mahomes to a field goal. But hey, it didn't work out. It didn't work out that way. But I do think that for the players not to know the overtime rules, I think looks bad on Shanahan. And I think Shanahan should take a lot more fault for this loss. This is the third time that he's been having a lead and lost the lead because of some of his play calling. When he should have ran the ball, he wanted to throw the ball to show itself. What do you think, Mark?
A lot of these offensive coordinators lose patience with the run. Look, I'll go to this. Give credit to the Chiefs defense.
Yes.
I got to give them that credit. They play very well, because in our group text, what did I text you? When they gave up that penalty, when they had them out, and they gave that penalty and gave, I just knew by the way this game flows, this game over. They get ready to score a touchdown, and they were moving on it. And then for one particular play, I think Kansas City fooled them and got them off kilter and got Brock Purdy fooled, and they weren't able to score anything but a field goal. Because if I'm right, and me not knowing the rules either, if they just scored a touchdown, the game was over, right?
No. If they was
okay, I thought
no.
So they changed that first touchdown.
Yeah, first touchdown and Super Bowl, both teams get a possession, and then after that it's sudden death.
Okay, because I haven't seen this happen in the Super Bowl before, so okay, I got you. But yes, you needed the touchdown, and then you go back to the fact, the next score would have won the game, right?
Yeah. See, that's why Mahomes wasn't in a rush, because he already knew that even if time ran out, it would go to another quarter because they still had possession. So that's why he was able to take his time and not be in a rush and hurry and call timeout. He didn't care if the clock ran out. They were going to get they still had possession and go to another quarter.
Right. At that part, I learned something on that end. But I said this much, and I was gonna say I wouldn't necessarily. I don't think Shanahan deserves all the heat for taking the ball first in the situation, because I probably would take the ball first and say that. But since he fired Steve Wilks, let him have it, folks.
What you say?
Eat him up.
Okay. Once again, man, you clowns, boy, you guys kill me, man. But I'm glad, Mark, you ended it correctly. And since Shanahan,
we just tell it like it is. We don't look at the race card. We just tell it like it is.
Jeremiah, no, I ain't talking about the race card, but Jeremiah, what I was talking about, when you started off just sucking up to Shanahan. I don't blame him for not taking the ball. He didn't know the rules, man. If you don't need to know the rule? He didn't know the overtime rule, partner. Period blank. And secondly,
hey, Vance, did you know the overtime rule?
To fire his defensive coordinator.
Hey,
okay,
Vance,
you know the rule, man. And you don't take the ball first.
Vance,
take the ball first, man.
Vance, listen to me. Listen to me now. Hold on.
Did you know the overtime rules before the game? Did you know the overtime rules?
Yes.
Vance.
But even if I don't, I know it now.
Hey, Vance. Yeah. Even if he didn't know the overtime rules,
he didn't. He didn't.
Okay, listen to me though. Listen to what I'm saying. Even if he didn't know, his strategy that he was thinking still would line up by letting them take the ball first, because he knew that
his strategy was what, Jeremiah?
That if
the third possession,
if I take the ball first and I go down the field, even if I scored a field goal, my defense done rested enough where they can stop Mahomes and get a field goal, and I will get the possession back, and the next possession will win. So it don't matter. Its strategy still would work to rest my defense, because his defense just went on a long 10 to 11 play drive right before the overtime with Mahomes. They were tired. So if I rest my defense, I believe that my defense can hold Mahomes.
And still lost the game.
Right. It didn't work out that way.
Messed up I know this isn't. That strategy shouldn't have been there.
Vance, I know
why would you have that strategy?
Vance, I know this is impossible for you to do, but
that strategy does not fit.
He's talking legitimately on the strategy of it, but you're sitting there making fun of the fact of what happened.
Not with the rule change.
You're sitting there, man. You didn't know the rules change was on that point.
Let me know when you all want.
Oh my God!
Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead, Phil.
Okay.
Look,
okay. I guess I'm supposed to know the rule change. I guess I should have known the rule change.
First
not
of all,
the coach.
No, because you.
Me.
Come on, ahead, Phil.
Come on.
Let Phil go. Let Phil go.
First of all, I knew the rule change. First of all, the reason I'm going to tell you I knew the rule change was because you all remember the uproar when Buffalo played Kansas City, and that was that shootout, and Buffalo didn't get a chance to get the ball back. That's why they changed the rule. Now, let's get into this.
You know it, Phil, because you're a nerd.
Now, let me show you this. Mike Shanahan is the biggest liar going. He did not know the rules. He did an interview. And in that interview that he did not know the rule. And they called him because they said, even if you said that doesn't make him shut up. And you know what he said? He threw his coaches under the bus and said, I told all the assistant coaches to tell the players. Now, you're going to tell me you told all your assistant coaches and not a single one of them told one single player? Stop it. Now,
all you got to do is tell one person, the rumor will start.
No, now, you need to stop.
Two, this, I'm having trouble, Jeremiah, Mark.
I'm a genius.
Look here. I'm going to reach in my pocket. Vance, I know you probably Vance, you probably want this $4, don't you?
Jeremiah can't take it. He
Because
can't
Jeremiah
stand
and Mark already said they only want 3.
it. Okay.
See, because I'm going to tell you right now, you don't take the ball first when it comes to that because you want to know what you have to do so you can have that extra down. Now, Shanahan did not one single time think that my defense is tired. He had already said, regardless, all season long, they were going to take the ball first. It had nothing to do with how his players were on the field. Now, you would think that someone would say, hey, they just did a long drive on my guys. Defense needs some rest. No, he had already had it planned and said, we're taking the ball first. You take the ball first, guess what? You got a 3rd and 1. You got a 4th and 1. Well, you kicked the field goal. Pat Mahomes, he got a 4th and 1. He like, I'm going for the TD, baby. You got that 4th down, that last thing, because you know you got that extra down. You take it. And that's what Kansas City did. They used that extra down, and they made the touchdown, and they won the game.
Well, the thing is, and I'm talking San Francisco and what they did. His strategy wasn't caused when they what caused the issue is that when that offensive line, which we talked about, wasn't all that good except Trent Williams, they allowed Chris Jones two times on that drive to get in and stop the play. The play was called. The receivers was wide open. It's
Again,
just Purdy.
You gonna pick a play? I can pick a play when Patrick Mahomes got sacked. I can pick a play when Patrick Mahomes threw an interception.
What I'm doing, I'm not just picking a play. I'm just basically breaking down what San Francisco did. That's not picking a play. That's just saying some things.
How is that not picking a play? You're saying they didn't get a touchdown because Chris Jones came through. I'm saying Kansas City didn't get a touchdown because Patrick Mahomes threw an interception.
Phil, you've been hanging around Vance too long. You've been hanging around Vance too long. Oh my
goodness!
I will add this.
You can't go against Kibbles and Bits.
I do want to add this to what you're saying, Phil. Is this, and I know a lot of people felt that way. To be honest with you, I'm playing against Patrick Mahomes. I don't need to know what he's gonna do. I pretty much know what he's gonna do, and I'm pretty much understanding he's probably going to get a touchdown. And if I can hold him to a field goal, then that's even better. But I know if I take the ball first, they're going down there and scoring. I'm going to have to score a touchdown.
Hey, Miss Ingrid, how you doing?
Now, see, Mark, you just said it. This is what I'm saying. Patrick now took advantage of that 4th down. On that 4th down, if you're Shanahan, you should have been saying, Patrick Mahomes is going to score a touchdown. We either go for it right now on the and not kick the field goal. We go for it right now and try to get this touchdown on this 4th down play. We try to get a 1st down or whatever to score a touchdown. Because if he gets it, he's going to score. If we miss it, we don't get it, we got to try and stop him some kind of way. But if we don't, either way, we're losing the game.
But you got to understand, I'm going to tell you this. This is even though I said about Shanahan, he's a genius. Kyle Shanahan is.
Vance is a genius.
Because he knows if I do this. I said Kyle Shanahan. He knows that, hey, I'm going to do this, kick this field goal. And if the defense holds, I win the game. I look like a genius. And if the defense doesn't hold, I can blame the black coach and fire him. You understand? He's a genius. You understand? He knew exactly what he was doing.
Hey, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're gonna break down.
Ingrid, I was for the Chiefs too.
Hey, we're gonna take a quick break. I know Phil don't understand things when you take breaks between stuff, and he just talks. But we're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're gonna break down the Kansas City Chiefs and their Super Bowl run.
Kibbles and Bits ain't funny, Ingrid.
You're watching TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. Check out Brumman's new project.
So these sandwiches really $5? Can I get them for $4? I'm gonna move these. Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the 5th floor. And look at here. I'm searching for the perfect sandwich. So I want y'all to register at www.theafricanamericannetwork.com to join my sandwich community. It's gonna be all that. And look at here. Want y'all to invite me to your city if you think you got the perfect sandwich. And I ain't talking about no served sandwiches either. Peace.
All right, y'all. That was bro, man. He gonna be coming to your city. Hey, I want y'all to be looking out for Mark Howard. He working on his clean material so he can go on Comic View on BET. He gonna be on there real soon. I predict it now. Mark gonna be on BET Comic View real soon. I predict it. Watch out for him. He gonna be on there. I'm telling you.
So do we have to go back in time?
No, they got.
I go back in time. I'll be on there 5 different times.
They done brought on. They done dropped some new ones now on BET.
Yeah, they did try. They did do some other ones. They did on.
Yeah, I remember when they tried.
Look, I forgot. I don't even watch BET.
Hey, all right, y'all. Kansas City Chiefs once again back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Their defense, they was rated number 2 defense, and that defense held it together. They held it together, and Mahomes did what Mahomes had to do to win. You can see the maturation of Mahomes when he first came into the league and who he is now and how he played now. You can see the growth, and this man is going to grow even more. What the Kansas City Chiefs did and what their defense did when they was getting scored on, and then Chris Jones brought them all together, and he basically said, hey, this ain't us. We got to get back to what we do. And Spagnuolo did his thing. Congratulations on getting his extension for what he's doing. He's been rewarded for what he did. But, hey, to me, they gave the MVP to Mahomes, which that's what they normally do, is going to give it to the quarterback. But to me, I think Chris Jones was the MVP of the Super Bowl. What do you say, Phil?
Well, believe it or not, I think Patrick Mahomes was. And that's a push for me, because I'm just like when Patrick won it the year that I thought Williams, the running back, should have won it in that time. But Jeremiah, you and I both were astutely enough to note that Kansas City's defense was going to be really key, and it was solid from front to back. Snead and them are just outstanding in the defensive backfield. Chris Jones, of course, did his thing. But I think the saddest thing about this whole game, because it just makes is that Vance waited until the game started and picked San Francisco and tried to call us losers.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs won.
Hey, you guys was an extra point away from being.
Hey, if it would have, should have, could have.
Point away from being losers.
If it would have, should have, could have. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
I'm just saying. In your heart, San Francisco should have won that game.
But one.
So Vance, were you saying that San Francisco was going to win? They were going to win the Super Bowl as long as they made all the extra points?
No, man. If the game that was normal. No. You know they lost that game because
what happened was Vance.
If everything normally
Vance was on the phone. Vance was on the phone with T-Rex, and T-Rex told Vance, "Hey man, you need to go ahead and pick San Francisco. You know we're gonna win." He got led astray by T-Rex. That's what it was. He got led astray. Hey, but one thing
it's hard going against Mahomes, though.
One thing I was telling you, Phil, people were saying Trent Williams, but the star of the defense for Kansas City did not line up on Trent Williams. He lines up on the guard and the center. So Trent Williams wasn't going to be a factor. So what do you say, Mark?
Yeah. Well, obviously Vance knew something we didn't, that Trent Williams was going to pull down from, the D gap to the A gap. Because that's usually what tackles do. They trap the A gap. so I guess that's what they were doing. I think that I heard that they were going to give the MVP to Travis Kelce until he bumped the coach, and then.
No, they were going to give it to Taylor Swift. That's who was going to get it.
I mean, they give it to the quarterback, and it's like, really, it's like, why bother? I mean, it's just that, it's that plain and simple. Why bother?
Yeah, you couldn't have Chris Jones at the end talking about we finna go to Disneyland. I don't think that would bring that.
How many sacks did Chris have?
I think he had one, maybe two, but it wasn't the sacks. It wasn't the sacks. It was the pressure that he put on. It's the gap. It's what he closed down.
But they don't grade pressure. They don't grade pressure.
Hey, you take Chris Jones off that defense.
I'm not saying that what he didn't help them win the game. I thought that defense, you guys are right.
Then what you saying?
What I'm saying is to get the votes, pressure is not going to do it to become the MVP.
Well, for people that don't know football, you're right.
Sacks might have changed it.
How many sacks would he have needed? How many sacks would he have needed to have to?
3, baby. About 3. To beat Mahomes, to take out Mahomes.
No, because the plays
Mahomes,
that Pat,
Mahomes
the key plays that Pat made were so distinctive that it was not 3 sacks wasn't gonna get it. That was too key.
That last drive in the fourth quarter, and then that overtime, that sealed it right there. That sealed it for Mahomes to win.
That's the only reason I gave it to.
But in that play, didn't Chris do some disruption? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But that disruption, it got to be sacks. It got to be something more than just because he did cause a San Francisco.
I just said, if you took those 2 key rushes by him that got the bad passes, right? Those are the legitimate things. You got his hurries, which caused those. 2, one the IU that was overthrown, and then one that was just a bad pass out in the flat. The thing is that what Patrick did in the moment, it just changed everything, especially at not only the time, but the play, 4th and 1, and things of that nature, and shoot, taking the ball and running. That's the thing. Keeping it and running.
So looking ahead, Purdy. I believe Purdy is a good quarterback. I believe he's young. The man only been in the league 2 years. People want the man to play like he's been in the league 6, 7 years. The man only been in the league 2 years. But I think that San Francisco is going to. They're gonna release. They can't re-sign everybody. But I think they can go ahead and give Purdy. I think Purdy is the quarterback for them. What do you say, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. I mean, you can't just go, musical chairs with quarterbacks because you don't like certain things. I mean, even talking about our team, I've debated a good friend of mine, a Cowboys fan. Like, dude, Dak is not going anywhere, man. You can feel what you want to about him, but you got to make it. They got to make it work. Got to make it work with him. So, but with Purdy, he's done enough in that situation. The way they have it set up, that's just the way he runs. He has got a good grasp on Shanahan's offense. So, I'm still a side note with the coaching going back here because I thought of something. I'm watching Milwaukee and Memphis. You know, for every black coach that doesn't get a job or gets screwed in the NFL, it's made up by Doc Rivers keep getting hired. So it's kind of a balance. It's kind of a balance. We really can't swap.
Doc gonna make you eat them words, man. Doc gonna make you eat them words.
No.
Okay.
While they're losing to John Morantless Memphis by 9.
Keep the football.
What you say, Phil?
Yeah, I think that when you look at Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy is really accurate. He truly is an accurate passer. He he has good anticipation. And now I can tell you who else does those very same things. Baker Mayfield. So
Jesus.
No, this is, if you listen, I'm going to tell you. That is why Brock Purdy, when he doesn't have Deebo Samuel, when he doesn't have Brandon Ayuk to throw to, when Christian McCaffrey is not in the game, Brock Purdy looks like Brock Dirty. You see? And that's exactly what Baker Mayfield looked like when he doesn't have Mike Evans. I'm just telling you. The thing is that he's going to be good because he's accurate and stuff. But when you have to go to the 5th player to get to him to be the reason you're winning, that's all I'm saying. But
I'm just saying he's in year 2. This was the first full year he had. I say let's see what the man can do after year 4.
I did not say he was not good. You know, I think Baker Mayfield is good. So stop it.
We know that.
Stop it. You hating because he took over your name on OU's campus.
Hey, Phil, I'll give you this. So you said well, Brock Purdy's a good quarterback and Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback. But you just devalued what good is when you said Baker Mayfield. Good. Now you just you brought a good
no, because when Baker has weapons, Baker's good. You saw it.
But you guys forgetting the whole point. It don't matter how Brock Purdy's good. He ain't good enough to win no Super Bowl. He can't win it.
The man's only his 2nd year. Ain't like in year 5 or 6.
Okay, look, let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something. Just like Phil was saying.
Really? You're 1.5.
Hold on, Jeremiah. If you know how the NFL works and how it's hard to keep teams together. So if they team goes down if he loses any of them cats and any of their level of play that goes down a slight, it's a wrap. You ain't gonna win with him. Just like you ain't gonna win with Dakota. Just like you're not gonna win with Dakota.
Okay, think about this.
You're not gonna win with Dakota.
Phil said Brock Purdy is accurate. Phil said he's a good thrower of the ball. This is year 1.5. Now, if he's steady improving each year 3 or 4, he gonna be able to carry a team.
No,
he ain't.
Because
he ain't gonna be able to stay healthy.
Look, hold it. This is why I'm gonna show you.
I don't know about him
at year 4.
I don't know about him having health issues too, Vance.
At year 4, he's going to be making money. They won't be able to keep Christian McCaffrey. They won't be able to keep Brandon Ayuk. They won't be able to keep Deebo Samuel because he's making that money. That means he could potentially have a lesser talent pool to throw to. And
but if he's improving,
but no,
hold on. That's a talent pool if he's improving.
Hold it. No, that's not true. Because he can improve, but his ceiling, bro, what do you think his ceiling is?
He can't make Deebo better.
I don't see a big leap.
Make Kittle better.
I don't see a big leap. He's got the 2 things.
I put it this way: if this was year 3 or 4, that when Chris Jones came in on that rush, he would have did something different than just throwing the ball away.
Brockton seen it.
No,
It was this year he should have won it.
If he'd have done anything else, it'd have been an interception.
And the
Come
reason he didn't
on,
win it,
man.
his
And
And
Jeremiah,
surrounding cast didn't step up.
I can't stand that bang bang gang mess. But I just call it like I say let's look at the man in year 3, year 4,
I
and
just
then
told
say what
you
he is.
what's
It's
going
gonna
to
be over
happen
this year.
with his talent that's around him. That talent will be dissipated.
I said him, not the talent around him. I said let's
now
look
let's
at
take him. And I said let's take him. Where is he going to improve at? He's super accurate. His timing is good. What's he going to do? Run a little more? He's not going to get faster. He's not going to get taller.
No. He can improve on reading defenses. He can improve on reading defenses.
Can he improve on taking hits?
That's automatic.
Which is gonna help him being able to audible out of plays. And stuff. Come on.
Again,
what's going to improve him to take them hits?
He's already making those open throws. He already making those plays. What is he going to do to show a significant lead?
I would say this much. I think he would have to, and I'm not saying he's going to. The only thing that's next for him to do, he has a grasp of Shanahan's offense, and I think Shanahan has a grasp of where his strengths are and things like that. He's in line with the receivers. But I would say to you, the next step for him to have to is he's got to be able to really read the defense better.
Yes.
And when those points come where the coach schemes up with their scheme, sometimes the quarterback has to figure out it's not there and make the right read.
A lot of times
he do that.
I'm glad that both of you said that. It's because, one, everybody knows even in year 20, you can still be learning to read the defense. Now, I'm going to tell you something. He's reading the defense pretty damn good because his receivers are getting airspace, and he's reading it pretty good because he's, guess what, not turning the ball all over.
Phil,
well, I mean, I get that, Phil. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying to you, there's a point. There's another level that he doesn't know because you look
I already know that.
But what hurt him is Spagnuolo was doing some things that he could not read and pick up on.
That is not true. That is not true. What is true is that the only person that could run a route was Brandon Ayuk, and they did not target him but 3 times.
Okay.
That is what's true. Deebo Samuel didn't get open. Deebo Samuel didn't do anything on the sweep. They gave it to Christian McCaffrey 20 times.
But Phil, we're not talking about the game, Noah. We're talking about Purdy and his improvement.
And
how he can improve.
And that is what I am telling you, is that you're always improving on reading defenses later on. But if he's completing 70% of his passes, not throwing an interception, and getting the ball where it should go, how much more? How much more?
Let me see, 70%.
You're
Mahomes is a bad boy. I'm just telling you.
You're one and a half.
Brock ain't gonna
Way to jump in there with that news flash, Vance.
Brock's not gonna last. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying that.
He's a good old boy.
I'm saying Brock. I've already told you Brock is a really good quarterback. I'm not going to be the one that said if he beat Mahomes, he'd be in the top 4 quarterbacks in the league, like some idiot pundit said.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
Favorite word.
I ain't gonna say that's ludicrous. That's crazy. The man is not there. And if I picked his team right now and looked at his team, no, he's not. He's probably not even the 4th or 5th player that I get to before I got 4, 5 more players I'm gonna get to before I get to him. But I'm saying
you mean as far as paying?
Well,
yeah, as far as on his team. But I'm
quarterback first.
No. I'm not talking about paying. I'm talking about when I look at when I think about their talent wise, when I think about their team. But what I'm saying is 3-4 years from now, that might not be. He might be number 1 or number 2 player because
he won't
there's
have this
improvement.
talent.
But he ain't gonna be that good. Shit, Brock is done.
Remember, this talent that he has is part of the reason that he looks this good.
He gonna go. He got one more year.
Him
He gonna
improving
become
his
a
game
backup.
and becoming a tighter quarterback.
You just remember that part of the
Kenny
reason Brock Purdy looks as good as he does now is because of the talent level that's on his skill positions.
Yep.
Hey Phil, I just want you to know that Vance is totally agreeing with you, and I would say that really hurts the value of your statement. It really does.
No,
it really does.
You mad because Phil shut you and Jeremiah down earlier?
No,
on my
No,
statement.
I mean he ain't shutting nobody down.
He shut y'all down. He ain't shut y'all down.
But to be truthful, I cannot see Brock Purdy going for a major big contract. I can see him one of them ones.
He's going to.
No. I'm not. I'm talking about one of them contracts that will hamstrung the team. I can see him being one of the ones that would take a lesser contract to keep players around him.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. I want you. I thought I didn't understand that when I saw on your face, Jeremiah, but I see it now. You need to take them rose-colored glasses off your eyes.
You do got something out there. That's not. He might not take $60 million a year. He might take 55 or 50 million.
So
a year.
Why you stopping him from trying to get his money and y'all
I'm not
Dakota?
I'm not stopping him.
Y'all gave Dakota all that money, and Dakota gonna get some more money.
Hey, let me ask a question. I just remember. I think I know, but what state is San Francisco in?
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
And let me explain. Hey, Jeremiah, if you don't know this, I'm gonna tell you this for real. Los Angeles is not as high to live in as it is in that Bay Area. San Francisco is no joke. Hey, look, you got to be rich to live in San Francisco. You understand me?
I'm not saying he ain't gonna get paid, but I think I can see him taking a little bit less so he can sign more players to keep more offensive players around him.
They'll structure $60 million contract
in a way, and he takes $55 million
in a way.
Yeah,
$5 million ain't doing nothing but getting you a
salary cap always goes up, so he'll restructure it, and just like anything else, they'll restructure. The same thing that Dak did. Dak restructured. So.
Yeah, it's just right now. Dak got Dallas by the cojones, and ain't nothing they can do because he got a no trade clause and a no franchise tag clause. So he got him by the cojones.
Dak. It ain't about us going to the Super Bowl now. Remember.
But hey, fellas, that's our spiel. That's our recap of the game tonight. Next week we will start talking NBA because the NBA is heating up. You got the All-Star weekend. Hey, who y'all got? Before we got here, I want to ask this question: the All-Star weekend, the biggest thing that's happening this weekend. Steph Curry against Ionescu. Who do you have, the female or Steph? She's shooting from the female line, and I think she's shooting the female ball. So who do you got in the 3-point contest?
She should shoot from the female line and the female ball.
Ain't what I asked, Vance. I asked the question, who do you got?
You know who I got. You know who I got.
You got Steph
you
or
damn
you got
straight.
Ionescu? Okay.
You know who I got.
Who you got, Mark?
It really doesn't care where the line is for Steph Curry. It really doesn't matter where the line is.
I'm just saying, who you got?
What about Derrick Rose?
She scored. She hit 32 in a row last year.
37.
So I ain't never seen Steph hit 37 in a 3-point contest without missing.
Well, 37 points.
That's because Steph doesn't play against women.
I'm talking about the 3-point contest. So both y'all got got Steph. Who you got, Phil?
I'll take Steph.
Who you
Look,
got, Phil?
You know, it's the All-Star game. All the big action, all the eyes will be on you, and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I think that it's that Sabrina's. I think she's going to get it.
The pressure's gonna get to Steph because all the eyes on him. Is that what you think?
No. I think that because of that and how she's built, and that as much as Steph is set and determined to win it, that at some point Steph's going to be like, yeah.
I get a news flash. I get a
No.
news flash that Milwaukee scored. Pat Beverly shot from 3-point line. All right, but he missed, and they got the rebound and put it back in.
That's our recap. Football season over. Next week we start going in on basketball. It's gonna be really interesting.
Now
we're gonna talk about this Doc Rivers, because good Lord, this man keep getting a job. And I'm still wondering how Doc keep getting this job. But hey,
let's talk about LeBron James.
That's the reason Doc keep getting the job.
Hey, you just heard. Ooh, snap. You just heard Vance want to talk about who really is his favorite player, LeBron James.
I want to talk about LeBron. Yes, sir. Let's talk about LeBron.
Well, we'll talk about him next week. But thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Miss Ingrid.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll catch up next week, fellas. Make sure y'all tune in to his last Just a Doggone Minute. We out. Peace.
Just a doggone minute. Once again, we got ignorant fans. I don't understand y'all. Why in the world are y'all breaking y'all contradicting TV? I done paid all this money for my TV. Ain't none of them teams paying y'all no money, but y'all gonna break your TV where you gotta go buy another. If I was your wife, I'd tell you can't buy no other TV. Y'all know she control the money. I'll tell y'all ain't getting a damn another TV since you want to break it. What kind of ignorant sense does that make that you break your TV? That's like me going outside breaking my car because I got a ticket. Don't even make sense. You ain't getting paid by none of them teams. Keep your hard-earned money in your pocket and watch Netflix after the game is over. Just a doggone peace.
All right.
We off the air?
Nope.
Hey, LeBron is averaging 25